are now joined with a new friend of ours, Veronica, who is actually on that ride at the start of the year. And Veronica, you were riding for the Botswana Orphan Project. That was who you were fundraising for, is that right?
That's right, for Botswana Orphan Project. So it was 3 days riding along the Great Ocean Road with
And
Lavenda.
how did you find?
Oh, it was more of a challenge of the elements versus a physical challenge. But you know, we had a heat wave on day one, and then I had mild hypothermia on day 2.
Oh wow!
So 300 kilometres was fine, but just sort of preparing for those weather conditions are pretty tough.
So did you ride with friends, or you did it solo?
That's a very good question. So Ryan Williams was meant to ride with me. He's the founder of Botswana Orphan Project.
The organisation that you were riding for.
Yes, correct. And then he decided to move to New York, and I had to do it by myself.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I made lots of amazing friends along the way, and it was a fantastically run event, and I would do it again next year.
And
take some friends.
Yeah. And you would encourage other people like us young people to get involved as well?
Absolutely. It's not, 300 kilometres sounds a big feat, but you're riding for charity and you're riding for such an amazing cause, and it's such an achievement at the end of the day. And you raise money, and it's really fabulous what it goes towards. And we raised over, the whole ride raised over $195,000, I believe, and for 4 charities, which is an amazing effort.
Yeah.
I want to do it in Queenstown, New Zealand, which was, it was about 3 ball throws ago back when we were in Auckland. That's where I'd love to do that ride next year.
Yeah, that's
so
beautiful.
Veronica, do you want to tell us a little bit about Botswana Orphan Project?
Sure. So Botswana Orphan Project it's got 6 daycare centres around Botswana, and the objectives are really to clothe, feed, teach, and provide security for orphan children and vulnerable children, and really to alleviate the burden of caring for orphans by the caregivers. And I had an amazing opportunity last year to be part of one of the project teams. So I randomly went to Africa with Ryan, and we built teachers' houses, we painted things, we played with children, we built an amazing greenhouse so they could grow their own vegetables, and it was an amazing experience.
Fantastic.
And worked with local communities and partners and churches and pastors, and everyone got involved.
Okay. So what was the impact of this project for you? Like, what really resonated with you?
There were so many moments. Like, I was over there for almost a month. But I think what really opened my eyes was, we went to a community in the Kalahari Desert, and these kids, they were, that just broke my heart. They were so unsure and so unsure of us and shy and timid, and it wasn't until we grabbed their hands and played and sung songs and danced with them until they sort of felt like they could trust us. And, they were wearing clothes that were too big for them or too small for them, and boys wearing girls' clothes and girls wearing boys' clothes that were in need of repair. And it was just, it really opens your eyes to why you're doing this and what impact it actually has. And when we built this amazing greenhouse, which I'm quite proud of, being an engineer, the community was just so proud of this greenhouse they had at their orphan centre, and it was such a big thing. Everyone came to look at it, and everyone wanted to grow vegetables in there so they could feed these children. And so it's quite a community. It's quite a community thing, and just it's just amazing. And the smiles from the kids, and we were greeted with smiles everywhere we went, and big hugs and smiles.
And how did you become involved in it, Veronica?
What
was your background to the Botswana Orphan Project?
There is. So Ryan Williams is the founder, and I'm very good friends with Ryan. So we were colleagues, and
you're working together.
Yep. So he was going over, and he said, "Come with," and I said, "Okay." So he was over there, and a week before I decided to go over there, and it's really changed my life, actually.
Yeah, so what did you bring back with you? What was the impact?
I think working in the corporate world wasn't really fulfilling, and I had an opportunity to take some time off work, and now I no longer work in the corporate world. So
what do you do now?
I work I'm an engineer, and I manage sort of community projects with the City of Melbourne, and it's so much more fulfilling and rewarding working with people and working with the community. and actually feeling like you're contributing towards something tangible
Because of
and
this
sustainable.
trip.
Yeah.
And because of this
Wow.
experience, it gave you a fresh perspective on your life.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm a water engineer, and so much of the world is without access to clean water and sanitation, and you know, why not?
Yeah, isn't that fantastic? Well, thank you so much, Veronica.
Oh, you're
that is
welcome.
amazing. And now we want to show you guys another video clip. So this morning, a few Victorian youth, they went to
A retirement
yeah,
village.
retirement village, and
They served
Yeah.
and just participated in giving to some of the elderly people this morning.
okay, so that was one of the activities.
Yeah.
But the other activity that we're actually going to show you, it was to do with horses. I think they
Animal
yeah,
care.
animal care. Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look.
Okay.